Yo, what's going on, guys? Fortune Mesh here, and welcome to another video. I know I've been off for a week, and it's all because we had the Jackson Hole symposium last week, and I decided not to engage much on the market. Then I decided not to also create any videos. But now it's another week, new opportunities. So this is what we had today. I actually had a trade just right there, as you can see, and I closed it once we got to the new day opening gap after I remembered to follow my rules. So today we actually had 10 a.m. medium impact news, of which, like I always explain, we should avoid the first 30 minutes when we have medium or high impact news. So in this case, I was just participating in the 30 minutes window, with being the opening range. Then I decided to close. Luckily, I was able to close in profit. So it was just $100 profit. And yeah, for the buyers of the day, I was aiming for the London high, and we're just seeing it take out the London high just right now. And let's explain why I had that bias. So I'm just gonna start it on the 5 minute, and I'll explain what we had. So basically on the higher time frame, I hold no bias as price is still in a range. So I'm not really looking to see if price continues more bullish on the higher time frame or bearish. So in this case, I'm just adjusting to how we move every day on a daily trading days. So today we mark out our midnight open. So price has just been going lower from the midnight open. So what I wanted to see is if price continues to go higher, but also leading people to the wrong side at the 9:30 open. So in this case, following our model, Fortune's model, price has just been going lower, and now we are reacting inside this new day opening gap. We took a lot of time inside here, so I was looking to see if price continues higher from this area. So in this case, we would regard this as our high time frame PD array, right? So when we go to the 1 minute, what we have there, I wait to see what happens at the opening bell. So in this case, we had this relative equal lows just right there, and at the opening bell we opened a little bit higher, then price went lower, taking out the relative equal lows. So now if you think about it, price has just been going lower from the midnight open, and now it's the opening bell, price continues to go lower. So in your mind you should think where everyone is going. So in this case, it's the 9:30 opening bell where we're expecting a lot of volume. So in this case, people are just following this movement lower, right? Because now price is just going lower. But in reality, we're just taking out this relative equal lows, then to continue high. So when taking out the relative equal lows, I actually noticed that ES didn't take out the lows here. So we have a bullish SMT. That's a good indication tool to show us if price is reversing. So in this case, I am bullish for the day, and I'm looking to see 9:30 opening bell open lower, deceiving people, being a deceptive move, leading people to the wrong side. Then we continue high. Then now I had my first presented at VG just right there. Price continued lower, taking out the relative equal lows. I waited to see if we trade above the first presented at VG, then I can have my trade. And just like that, everything that I wanted happened. When we closed above the first presented FVG, that's where I had my trade. Then I remembered to follow my rules, avoiding the first 30 minutes of the opening bell being the opening range, and participating after the opening range. So in this case, I closed here, price continued lower. This is just luck here, I'm not gonna lie. And price just continued lower and did whatever it did here. It took a lot of time, spent a lot of time inside the new day opening gap, and also just trading inside the first presented FVG. And also you could see that we had a nice reaction on the new day opening gap. You should always have these levels because they can really be reactive. As you can see here, we reacted nicely, and again here used it as resistance, and again here tapped as resistance. So this is what was just happening over and over again. So in this case, I waited to see what happens after the 10 a.m. medium impact news. It is important to avoid the first 30 minutes, as the news are really unpredictable. So you should really stay out and watch how the market moves. So in this case, price was just spending a lot of time here. When it decided to move, I wanted to see how we react to the new day opening gap here, because now it has been really reactive here as support or resistance. So in this case, I wanted to see a trade above it so we can see price act as support on the new day opening gap to then continue higher. But how it happened is that right after the 10 a.m. news, as you can see the candle here, price just went lower into the new day opening gap, then continued higher. But I would say price was not too good here. This is why I didn't participate at all, because price reacted into the new day opening gap, then just continued higher, reacting on the M5 CB, which was in premium of this range. If you anchor fib just right there to the low here, you could see that price is just in premium there. We reacted into the M5 CB, which is in premium, so we could expect a reaction on it. So in this case, price reacted on here, then went lower. So price wasn't just really too good, and I'm glad I wasn't able to participate on such conditions. So it is important to notice what you have. But overall, I'm glad price reached our liquidity, and it's just another day. I hope this video was just informative. If you found this really insightful, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And also, if you'd like to join us in the Discord, the link is down in the description. Thank you for watching. Be safe.